21 Savage, he said Nas wasn't relevant. A lot of people came out defending Nas, defending the fact that, Nas is definitely relevant. And then they wind up doing a song together. You get a chance to hear the record?
No, I ain't hear it.
Okay. Joint is crazy.
Yeah.
But Vlad recently sat down with Boosie, and Boosie pretty much was like, they were talking about even Jay-Z, because Vlad made the statement like, he feels like one of the only rappers from back in the day that can drop a record and people will really stop and give it a fair listen is Jay-Z.
Right.
And Boosie was like, he feel like Jay-Z is more relevant for his money in 2022 as opposed to his music. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, like I said, I respect like the success part of Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, versus the music more. You know what I mean? Like I like what he how he conduct business. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing him like, with the sponsorships and stuff like that. Now, as far as like the music, it's like they could drop a song or whatever, but like I'm not really into it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more like thinking like money wise, like I'm on some money shit. So I don't even really listen to Nas, either like that. So
okay, so either way, it don't affect you.
Yeah, I don't really listen to him.
All right, you mentioned you got a Takeoff tattoo on your body. What's your thoughts on so many of these rappers losing their life, and Takeoff in particular? One of the people who were there recently got arrested. They said that he wasn't the shooter, but he did have a gun. Obviously Takeoff meant something to you.
I mean, I look at it like this, bro. Like, as seeing us rappers, like you coming up, we flashy, but I just look at it like the wrong place at the wrong time. And like I said, like it's sometimes like when I see that type of stuff, I just look at it like certain places, it's just, we got to learn from. Every time we see an event happen, we have to still learn from how it was positioned. So if a situation was positioned where somebody got shot, that means it wasn't enough security around. That means there wasn't enough police around. That means it wasn't the right place to be. So as you being a millionaire and this really famous person, you have to learn, we can take it back. You have to learn how to move. You know what I'm saying? Because moving right and moving around the right people can save your life. That would have never happened if it was somewhere secure and it was like some police around or something. They would have never put out no. What makes a person so comfortable with pulling out a gun, knowing that these are some big celebrities and start shooting? That means that the area wasn't all the way what it's supposed to be, because you would have never did that by, where it was like a whole lot of, police and security. So, right?
So it comes down to just rappers moving right.
That's it.
Got you. Jewels, he sat down with Vlad and he said something that, many rappers are saying, many people are saying. He's like, rap is the most dangerous job in the world, especially if you wear jewelry. And I'm looking at you and
man,
you clearly fit into that category. Early in the conversation, you said that you got something like $1 million, $2 million worth of jewelry.
Yeah.
Do you think you just inviting the wolves?
I look at it like lifestyle. Anything that I'm like, this is my thing, bro, about just life. Cause like, I done seen people get killed for their shoes. You know what I'm saying? You can get killed for some Amiri jeans. You can get killed for all types of stuff. So I mean, like, it's still all about how you move at the end of the day, because you got a whole lot of jewelry on. That don't mean you really inviting anybody. You know what I mean? It just means that more people you have more attention on you. So most likely, if I'm going somewhere where I want all this attention, I'm gonna have the right people around me. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the top people in the world got a lot of jewelry. You know what I'm saying? You got now as far as flashy, my jewelry may be flashy, right? But you have Jay-Z with a $10 million watch on, $5 million watch on. You know what I'm saying? Some life-changing stuff. You know other rappers with $1 million Richard Mille on, or $600,000-$700,000 Richard Mille on. You know what I mean? So jewelry is jewelry, man. You still just got to protect yourself. Now, just because you don't wear it doesn't mean that something still can't happen to you. Somebody will still say, okay, well, I know you got a lot of money. I know you got this. You still famous. You still somebody. Just because you don't wear it doesn't mean that somebody still ain't gonna try to rob you or follow you. They know you got money. They can still try to rob you. They might think something in your house. Let me put them in the trunk and take them in his house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just different ways. It don't just mean just because you got all the jewelry on and, you know, something can happen to you. Shit, it just all depends on wherever you at or who you with, or a lot of the stuff happens just off of locations, bro.
Okay, but after something like P&B Rock,
locations,
you know, God bless the dead,
yep,
loses his life. Allegedly, it was over a robbery. He was wearing a lot of jewelry in an unsafe place.
Right.
That don't make you think twice?
I forgot how they said they had to drop or whatever, right? But let's say a PB and Rock went in the restaurant with no jewelry. If they would have knew it was PB and Rock, they would have probably thought, well, maybe the girl, or maybe he got a lot of money on him or something. Either way it goes, I felt like it still would have been a robbery. If you knew who he was, even with no jewelry on. What you think about that?
I don't know. I think, you know, put it like this. We all come from the same place.
Yeah.
And people are hungry.
Yeah, they
The
is.
wolves are out there. You know, if you walk into a cage with a bunch of pit bulls that haven't eaten in a week.
Exactly.
I don't think you should put a stake around your neck.
No cap. You're right about that. Now, that wouldn't be me though. I don't do that. I only go to high-end areas. Also, it's like where you stay at. It's about where you stay at. It's about where you go eat at. It's all where you go get gas at. All that stuff matters. Where you go record at, the studio. You know what I mean? So you have to just be careful. Like me personally, I'm not going to Roscoe's. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna do anything, if I want it that bad, I'm going, man, run in there and go get me a takeout and bring it to me. I'm not going to sit in there.
Well, put it this way. I want to see you alive, brother.
Yeah.
I do. You know, anybody can get caught slipping.
Hell yeah. You're right about that.
You got to understand. What is his name? Paul Castellano, the head of one of the major, you know, mob families. He get caught slipping. Like anybody can get caught slipping.
No, anybody, bro.
So
anybody.
Don't think it can't happen to you.
For sure.
And you know, I just want you to rethink the way you thinking, because everybody say, oh, you know, this person wasn't moving right. They shouldn't have been here. They shouldn't have been there. It's technically, even in the Takeoff situation, they was at a private event in a bowling alley. You know, that's the last place you think something is going to happen. Obviously, it wasn't behind a robbery, but you know, I want to see you alive. So,
yeah.
So maybe rethink, you know, all them jewels you wear.
Right. So